Alright, guys. So we're back. And, oh shit, thanks for the, subscribe, dude. Whatchamacallit? We're going to be covering the, we're gonna be doing a lot of shit today since I actually have time. Yesterday I was, like, getting fucking overrun by shite. So, let's get right into it, dude. I think let's do the Canada shit first. Let's see what's going on in Canada. Apparently they folded to good old Donnie J, so we won on that front again. It's as Donnie J said, you know, you're gonna get tired of winning. You're gonna be winning so much, you're not even gonna want to win anymore. You're gonna allow them to win because you want to taste what defeat tastes like from how much winning you're doing. There's gonna be so much winning. But anyways, let's get into this shite. Whoa. Okay, I don't know what's glitching out here. Alright. Which one was it?
Americans and future Americans, welcome back to another video.
Oh, you ain't see the back door, my nigga?
Insane, they immediately folded to Trump. So I don't know if you're aware, but this is the new Prime Minister slash dictator of Canada. This individual,
Right here, gang.
the name of Mark
Oh, God, phone
Carney,
number.
is currently the ruler, the benevolent overlord.
Benevolent
of
overlord.
Gay Dakota. He is uglier Trudeau, who
Of
has
Gay
more
Dakota.
friends with the Chinese party and is vehemently more anti-Trump. In fact, his entire
Oh, he's
campaign was the
anti-Trump.
anti-Trump campaign. In fact, the only
Anti-Trump.
reason why he won is because he's so radically anti-Trump that he prefers dealing with China to dealing with
China!
America.
Can you imagine
I don't
actually
know.
you hate Trump so much that you'd actually rather deal with communists than your own president, dude? Like, you're like, how is this guy in power, dude? What the fuck? Somebody get this commie fuck out of here.
But anyway, I don't want to get into like the incredible deep dive here because I've already covered that.
Commie,
Feel free to check out
commie,
Canada's
yeah, that's
1000%
him.
Cooked. I've already done that. He goes. He meets.
He is actually somebody that like, I know I say this a lot, but dude, he is actually somebody that Boris Pash
Right, right.
would have taken out on a boat and interrogated in the Russian manner if this was like 1942, dude.
Trump and he kisses the ring.
Yo, Cape, download fucking Enlisted. Speaking of 1942,
Is that a game?
it's a fucking World War II game. It's like fucking fire shit, yo. It's crossplay, so you
What's
can
that?
get it on any system.
All right, copy. I'm gonna download it on P5. It's free.
It's free, buddy.
Copy.
Buddy. So it's like
Yeah.
you know Battlefield 1? It's like that, but like way better
Okay.
and more realistic.
Bro folds
Enlisted
instantly
too.
and Canada is in shambles.
That's what it's called?
Canada
Enlisted
obviously
too?
with this-
No, just Enlisted.
So,
So yeah, like how I said it's real. No, I was saying it's realistic as well. Like it's realistic too.
I didn't know it was realistic too. Okay.
Yeah, so don't expect to be, you know, fucking running around like how like your character runs like how you would actually run like if you were in World War II. And you don't
When it
just
gets out of time.
yeah, and you could so basically what you're just gonna the best way I could describe it is like when you spawn in, you command your own unit, and they're like computers. And fucking there's actually, you know, every player in the game has this. So when you die, you don't just immediately, you know, go to like the, you know, respawn menu and some shit like Battlefield. So like let's say you have 5 people in your unit, that means you have 5 lives in the field. And then you go to the battlefield and choose like a new place to respawn and shit. So if your whole squad gets wiped out, then you have to respawn. But if not, then even if you go down, you could switch between characters, you know, if he's still up.
Hold on, gang.
It's like crazy, dude.
Super wokies
Mad
in
shit you could
Canada
do.
are
You'll just
losing
have to see
their
it, like, you
goddamn
know.
mind. So,
I was
as you
trying
can
to say
see,
that
this is a
and
nice
it
image.
failed.
The President of the United States, the Prime Minister of Canada, being friends.
Not sponsored, by the way, Chad. That was not an enlisted sponsor, but we are sponsored by fucking War Thunder, so that's a great way to fucking go into this segment. I just want to do a quick fucking whatchamacallit. Fuck. I just want to go into the quick segment of this ad. This is the ad. Thanks to Warpath for this.
Warpath is a unique sniper
for
rifle
sponsoring this
objective game that lets you build your army from the ground up to complete missions to save the world from tyranny. This game has a ton of unique sniping puzzles to solve, which can be a very enjoyable game to stream with your community. If you like puzzle games that include intense sniping, building and managing a fort and an army, bullet time for those impressive
Yeah, guys,
shots,
make sure to download
and deep
Warpath. You
storytelling,
know, tell me about
this
it in the
game is
chat.
definitely for you. The game also offers enjoyable
Leave a
features
comment
such
below
as constructing
what level you
towns and
are.
managing resources, improving your outposts to maximize resource yields, training elite troops, and tactically
Make sure to
taking
use
on
my
other
link
players to get
down
you
below.
rewards. Warpath also offers the ability to take on other players by pitting your army against theirs. Now, these
Yeah,
battles are
dude.
always
It's actually a
intense,
pretty fire
so make
game.
sure
You know,
bring
it's
your
like a
best
mixture
troops
between
to the
first
fight.
person
This
and
game
fucking
also
this
has
shit.
an alliance system which lets you create
building
or
shit,
join
yeah.
an alliance. This will let you assist your members with their construction for their town, as well as fighting bigger and better threats facing the world. This is a great way to get your community to jump in and play alongside of you during your sponsorship campaign. So start some in-game challenges to get your community in to engage and support your milestone goals just by playing the game. Now that's a pretty quick lowdown on Warpath, a shooter, so if any of this catches your interest, secure your seat in our sponsorship and start your journey to play a fun game for some extra cash.
Alright, guys. Download Warpath. Back to this
And
content.
literally everyone was always saying, "Ree! I can't believe that the friendship between America and Canada is in jeopardy. I hate that Canada and America's relations didn't do as well. Ree!" And everyone's so sad. Trump to ruin the relations. I don't know, man. I would think that seeing an image like this would make you comfortable. I think seeing an image like this would be like, wow, everyone's getting along. But if you look at the average tweet, what the heck are liberals smoking? Does this photo really say Mark Carney came out the winner? You guys talk about Trump's ego. You think you take this photo of Carney to
Shush,
cover
niggas is
Canada?
fake,
Get a
man.
grip on reality.
Canada.
What a glorious day. The libtards keep libtarding around.
The
And today
libtards
we are
keep
going to be doing a
libtarding
deep dive
around.
into the gigantic fold of Canada. It's incredible. Literally, liberals in Canada are right now losing their mind.
Yeah, they're shitting their
Everyone's,
britches.
come together to sit and cry and basically be like, no, I thought he was supposed to be anti-Trump. Why did he kiss the ring? So it's a good day specifically
Oh,
for
he
me.
kissed the
In
ring.
case you're unaware of how woke Canada currently is, I really felt the need to show you this video before we actually get into the meat and potatoes of the video, where Trump and Carney
The meat
actually
and the
make out and
potatoes.
stuff. I really thought it was
Oh.
important to show you some context for the level of wokeness currently going on in Canada. To be clear, this is a police coming out to give a press conference to talk about 2 children that went missing. This is very sad. It's awful, and
2
go
children
into
that were
speech.
missing, huh?
That's the boy, nigga. Oh, you say.
Good afternoon.
Good eye, mate.
Good afternoon.
How did she get in an I'm sorry? Before the speech even starts, she said I'm sorry. Keeps going.
I am Corporal Carly McCann, Provincial Public Information Officer for the Nova Scotia RCMP.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bonjour, je suis la capitale Carly McCann, agent d'information publique pour la GRC en Nouvelle-Écosse. Merci de votre
Merci.
présence aujourd'hui. I acknowledge that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the traditional and unceded ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq
Mi'kma'ki.
people. I
What?
also recognize that African Nova Scotians are a distinct people whose histories, legacies, and contributions
What
have
is even
enriched
going on right now?
that part of Mi'kma'ki,
What are you even
known as
talking
Nova
about?
Scotia for over 400 years.
2 children went missing.
Yeah, what are you
Why
talking
giving
about?
A diatribe about the Mi'kma'ki people with a land acknowledgement. Welcome to Canada. Kids in school hear multiple times per week how they are on stolen land. Canada is the woke
How they're on
capital
stolen
of North
land.
America, of the world. God damn it! Why would she need to point this out? I don't know. God damn it! It doesn't lead to anything either. That's what I had to show you. Canada is literally a country policed by Karens and wokeness, and they are all currently shitting their panties that Trump completely
Donald
butt
Trump,
fucked Carney in their debate slash, you know, cool conversation. So I want to see what the conversation was all about. I didn't actually watch this yet. Very excited to see my boy Carney here kiss the ring after literally running
Kiss
an
the
entire
dick.
campaign about how much he hates Trump. You
Yo,
don't understand the
yo,
level of
Cape.
pathetic-
Yeah, again.
Yo, have you tried McDick's new chicken tenders?
Chicken tenders.
Yeah, dude. McDick's brought back the chicken tendies. What? What? You don't be going to McDick's?
Bitch.
McDick's, yeah. Ronald McDick. What, bro? You don't fuck with McDick's?
For me, none of that shit, man.
What, dude? You never got the Big Dick sandwich?
Make push.
Yo, he's good. What, dude? You ain't try McDick's chicken tendies?
It's crazy, bro.
The double McDick? The double dick? The quarter pound dick? You never tried the quarter pound dick?
Hey.
Well, bro, can you imagine if McDick started selling Glicks?
I think we're dealing with.
What's wrong?
Bernie
Oh.
ran an entire campaign talking about how Trump is a bully and an evil
How the
and a
fuck did
fascist.
this happen?
And he
What the fuck?
immediately came to kiss the ring. It's like he did it for the votes, and
He
then
did it for the
immediately
Vine.
fucking cucked himself.
Yeah.
And the funniest
Total
part, in my
cuckage.
opinion, of this
Oh.
entire situation, and I'm gonna say this, once, just so I can be clear about this.
Say it nonce.
All right, just gonna say
Do
this
for the
once.
front, I ain't gonna do it. Do for the front, I ain't gonna
Fuck
do it.
around, find out.
You fuck around
let
and then you
this
get
spineless
anally
pussy
fucked in
that's just
return.
going with the fucking mob, you're gonna get a spineless pussy that's just gonna go with the fucking
Ooh,
mob.
ooh.
I don't know. Obviously,
Ooh, well.
that's what you got.
So-
You got
so
someone
whoop.
with no morals. Turns out Trump was also right because Trump said, "I'm kind
Trump,
of happy that the liberal candidate won. Much easier to push around." All right, lock in, boys and girls.
Yeah, that
I
ass.
still like Pierre Poilievre, but god damn.
It was just so easy. You just have to
Fall
let
in a
them speak
couple
for
of,
themselves, and then
couple
they
of
just make themselves
slots
look
down the
even more
nuts respect
stupid.
hole. I personally, as a Canadian, must say, fuck around, find out.
Fuck
Thank
around,
you very
find
much,
out, you fucker.
everybody. It's a great honor to have Mark Carney with us, as you know.
Bro, didn't call him a governor. That's crazy. Oh my god. So yeah, this video just came out, this interview.
Just a few days
Didn't
ago,
even
he
call
won
him
a
a
very big
gov.
election
Hey,
in Canada.
oi, gov.
And I think it was probably the greatest thing that happened.
Oi,
but I can't
oi, oi,
vote.
oi, 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 gov.
His party was losing by a lot, and he ended up winning. So I really want to congratulate him. It was probably one of the greatest comebacks in the history of politics, maybe even greater than.
Dude, look at him. He cannot contain a smile. Oh my god. Trump knows how to glaze a man.
Yeah, he knows how to glaze a
give
man.
people
Oh,
the-
pause.
Oh, bro, folded like wet
Yo,
paper.
hold on.
Folded under
Hey, yo,
zero
pause.
pressure. Oh my god. He ran his entire goddamn campaign of being anti-Trump. He cannot stop himself. It's over already.
In mind, you know. But I want to just congratulate you. That was
God.
a great election, actually. We were watching it with interest, and I think
We
Karen
were
Richards
watching
is a very
it
talented
with
person, a very
interest.
good person.
Sure.
As we spoke before the election, quite a few times,
Sure.
and it's an honor.
Wow, so they spoke a few times before the election, but Pierre Poilievre refused to meet Trump and refused to go on Joe Rogan and refused to do all these things. No wonder why he won. That's crazy, man. Oh my god.
Honor to have you at the White House and the Oval
Yes,
Office.
it's pretty,
You
it's
see
pretty
the new and
crazy.
improved
Pretty,
Oval
pretty
Office.
crazy.
As it
It's the best Oval Office it's ever been. No Oval Office has ever been as nice as mine.
becomes more and more
You're
beautiful.
just gonna keep
All 7
winning, you
swing
know?
states voted for this Oval Office. You should
That's
know.
why we keep
With
winning.
love, you know, we handle it with great love. And
That's why I'm
24
gonna keep
karat
taking
gold, that
bowl
always
rips.
helps too. But it's been a lot of fun going over some of
Canada.
the beautiful pictures that were
Oh,
stored
you
in the
silly
vaults
little
that
man.
were for many, many years, in some cases over 100 years. They were stored in vaults of the great presidents, who are almost great presidents.
Who were almost great president. They weren't as great as me because we always just win. It's just a constant win fest here.
all having a reason for being up, every one of them. So it's very interesting. But I just want to congratulate you, and ran a really great
right.
race. I watched the debate. I thought you were excellent, and I think we have a lot of things in
That I thought you didn't seem as retarded as all the others. So I'll congratulate you on that.
common. We have some tough
Art of
things
the
to
deal.
go over,
man.
and that'll be fine.
Art
But
of
we're
the
going to
deal,
also
art
be
of the deal.
discussing Ukraine, Russia, the war, because Mark
It's a war. Never should have happened.
Never would have happened if I was president.
wants it ended as quickly as.
'Cause I only win.
President.
We had some.
We would have never
last
lost.
night. The Houthis have announced that they are not, or they've announced to us at least.
As a matter of fact, the Houthis would have never formed if I was president.
they don't want to fight anymore.
Nah, yo, Trump is actually fucking
Hamas
funny,
Baker
dude.
in
He's actually a class.
shambles right now. Oh, I can't believe
Oh,
the
man, dude.
Houthis are cooked. In fact, I would go as far as to say that the Houthis are 100% cooked.
100?
On this it was a great video. It's one of my favorite videos of all time. In fact, I would go as far as to say, as it's one of the greatest videos ever made. Listen to the intro of this video and tell me this isn't the greatest video. Topics. I decided to talk. Here, listen to my intro to this video and tell me that this isn't a brilliant video that I am totally repeating now so that Hassan viewers can freak out again. Houthis in one piece and Houthis in many pieces. Well,
Yeah, these are the straw hats.
I'm sorry.
These are all the straw hats gathering up right here.
I've ever done in the history of time. Anyway, moving on. All 7 swing viewers.
They just don't want to fight.
They just don't want it. They don't want to. They don't want to lose because they know that we only
That was
win.
literally the plan all along. Houthis, for those of you unaware, are a terrorist group in Yemen that have been bombing American ships. And America's like, please stop bombing our ships. And they proceeded to not stop bombing their ships. So America was like, okay, bombed the fuck out of the Houthis. And the Houthis were like, we want peace. We want peace, guys. We are peacekeepers, truly. After enslaving their women and torturing their children and laying landmines and causing the death of 377,000 people and bombing civilian airports in Israel. After all of that, they want peace now. They were peacekeepers all along.
We will stop the bombings.
Actual bunch of goobers.
And they have capitulated, but more important,
Calling it right now, their capitulation will not last long. They're terrorists.
Most are they.
we will take their word. They say they will not be blowing up ships anymore. And that's what the purpose of what we were doing. So that's just news. We just found out about
They have a
that.
glass house foundation.
So I think that's very, very positive.
That's pretty positive.
They were knocking out a lot of ships going, as you know, sailing beautifully down the various seas. It wasn't just the canal, it was a lot of other places. And I will accept their word, and we are going to stop the bombing of the Houthis, effective immediately. And Marco, you'll let everybody know that. Okay. Do you have something to say about that, by the way? It was a pretty big announcement.
Yeah, this was always a freedom of navigation mission. These are, a band of individuals with advanced weaponry that were threatening global shipping.
Hipster pirates with rocket launchers, and they fucked around and they found out.
Yeah.
This is literally like the reciprocal tariffs of terrorism. I don't know, man. I saw so many people like absolutely upset. It's not fair that America is hitting them back with. It's not proportional damage when America bombed them back. Fuck you, you started. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, it's always never
Our
not
job is
fair.
to get that to stop.
Good, and it stopped.
If it's
Good.
going to stop, then we can stop.
Good.
And,
Nice.
So
Bye,
I
Houthis.
think it's an important development.
Yar, yar, yar.
Agreed.
Have maybe before we're going to, as you know, the Middle East, Saudi Arabia. We're going to UAE and Qatar, and that'll be, I guess, Monday night. Some of you are coming with us. I think before then we're going to have a very, very big announcement to make.
Oh.
Like as big as it gets.
Dude, I love when he announces these big announcements, man.
And I won't
Big
tell you
announcements,
on
yar.
what, but it's gonna, and it's very positive.
Oh.
I'd tell you if it was negative or positive.
All right, my prediction, it's the Abraham Accords. They're including another country into the Abraham Accords. That's my prediction. Nux pre-watch moment. That's what I'm guessing.
I can't keep that out.
Make a coffee
It
real
is
quick, check, give me a sec.
really, really positive. And that announcement will be made either Thursday or Friday or Monday before we leave. But it'll be one of the most important announcements that have been made in many years about a certain subject, very important subject. So you'll all be here. Mark, would you like to say a few words?
Well, thank you, Mr. President.
I love that Trump literally took the floor for like a 5-minute monologue. And then he's like, oh, right, you're here. We were just talking about the Houthis. They fucked around and found out. Anyway, on to Canada.
I'm on the edge of my seat, actually, for the big announcement. But thank you for your hospitality and above all, for your leadership.
Dude. Look at this shit.
A few words?
Well, thank you, Mr. President. I'm on the edge of my seat, actually, for the big
And 1,000 Canadians immediately started crying.
announcement. But thank you for your hospitality and above all, for your leadership. You're a transformational president, focus on the economy with a relentless focus on the American worker.
Oh, remember when he was saying that Trump is making terrible mistakes making tariffs? Remember when he said that before, but now he's in front of the giant orange dong and he can't help but suck?
Securing your borders.
Oh, God, weak knees
providing-
on this one.
Ending the scourge of fentanyl. Another
End of the scourge and fentanyl. Remember when he was complaining, I can't believe Trump is trying to get us to reinforce our border. Good job ending fentanyl, Mr. Trump. Yeah.
Opioids and securing the world. And I've been elected.
You got like a bunch of blue-haired Karens in Canada. No, you were supposed to stop the orange man, not join him.
With my colleagues here, with the help of my colleagues here, I'm going to spread the credit to transform Canada with a similar focus on the economy, security.
Oh, learning from Trump. I'm sure that's what every Canadian wanted to hear. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't be super, like, thrilled about the fact that the Canadian Prime Minister is spineless. I know that's a hot take. But as a dual citizen, Canadian and American, I have to tell you something completely real and completely honest. Every single motherfucking idiot in the woke movement in Canada got this guy elected because they hate Trump. Okay? You gotta realize, Canada's economy is mega cooked. Like, unbelievably cooked, and I've covered that if you want to see in my Canada is 1,000% cooked video. They elected him because Trump bad, alright? The previous Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, had the same party as this guy, and had a 10-year presidency. That dude was the Prime Minister for 10 years in Canada, and the economy died in Canada the moment he became Prime Minister, and it was over. Like, he literally ruined Canada. They did an emergency election where he had to step down. And obviously, you'd think they would elect the other side. But because they hate Trump more than they love their own country, they elected the same motherfucker in different clothes. Alright? Like, I'm not even joking. It is the stupidest bullshit I've ever seen in my life. Like, the mega woke people just hate Trump more than they love their country. So, realistically, I am laughing my ass off at all of those people who I know are in shambles, crying and drooling on the floor. That this dude is literally folding to Trump right now.
Securing our borders, again, on fentanyl. Much greater focus on defense and security, the Arctic and developing the Arctic. And you know, the history of Canada and the U.S. is we're stronger when we work together, and there's many opportunities to work together.
Look at him. He's like, yes, I will buy Canada. Good point.
Look forward to,
good point.
You know, addressing some of those issues that we have, but also finding those areas of mutual cooperation so we can move forward.
That's good. Very nice. Thank you very much. It's a very nice statement. Anybody?
Oh, look at him smiling. He's like, he complimented me. Look at him. He's like, yeah, that was a nice statement. I know.
Is USMCA dead?
No, it was actually very effective, and it's still very effective, but people have to follow it. So, you know, that's been a problem. People haven't followed it. But it was a transitional step a little bit, and as you know, it terminates fairly shortly. It gets renegotiated very shortly. But I thought it was a very positive step from NAFTA. NAFTA was the worst trade deal in the history of our country.
This guy is such a pussy, dude. Oh my god. There's no way that this guy's the Prime Minister, dude. Bruh. Like, what the fuck, dude? This guy was literally just talking shit and trying to beef with Trump. Literally, like, last month. And now he's over here, like, glazing this fucker. So I'm like, yeah, dude. You gotta, you know, we gotta learn things, how to do things from Trump. Like, bro, what are you talking about, motherfucker?
Probably in the history of the world.
That's how they beat him, bro.
Fucking guy, dude. This guy.
Transitional.
What a fucking clown, dude.
You know, we're going to be starting to.
Bum-ass Prime Minister, man.
That if it's even necessary. I don't know that it's necessary anymore, but it served a very good purpose. And the biggest purpose it served is we got rid of NAFTA. NAFTA was a very unfair deal for the United States.
Foolery, bro.
Deal. It should have never been made. It was made many years ago, but it should have never been made.
Yar.
Canada and the United States. Would you like to see a first trade deal be with Canada? Our neighbors Canada?
I would love that. Look, I have a lot of respect for this man, and I watched him essentially through the ranks. when he wasn't given much of a chance, and he ran a really great campaign. He did a really great debate. I think that debate was very helpful.
I love that every time he compliments Carney, you could hear like a little squeal from Carney's chair. So happy that Daddy Trump recognized him.
Yeah,
and
for
like
real.
this is what is going on in Canada after this. This was downright embarrassing. Anyone who elected Carney because he's the person to deal with Trump should be hanging their heads in shame.
This is like
now.
sending Sleepy
Every
Joe
time
to try to
Trump
deal
says
with
something
Trump.
Nice and he's just like squeak. Dude, how awesome is that? Like, you don't know, man, how amazing this is. The backlash, bro. I cannot tell you how absolutely embarrassed I am as a Canadian. During the meeting, Carney spoke for 3 minutes and Trump spoke for 29 minutes. That's crazy, man. Oh, Lord. It's just, I'm sorry. It's just, they all deserve it. They all deserve it. Every single one of them. They all deserve it. Like, I'll explain something to you. This is literally my philosophy in life. When something shitty happens, you can either cry about it or you can laugh about the chaos. That is what we're doing right now. Carney is the wrong choice, in my opinion, obviously. I'm no political mastermind, but he's the wrong choice, in my opinion.
The political villain.
Prime Minister. But I'm going to laugh my fucking heart out at this shit, because this is hilarious.
I was going to raise my hand. You know, I don't know if that's good or bad. I shouldn't say that. That might hurt you. But no, he ran a really great election, I thought. And yeah, something could happen. Something could happen.
Oh, what
Yeah, please. Concession?
Concession? You want concessions? Oh, I'll give you a fucking concession up the ass.
He just answered that immediately. He's like, oh my god. All right, so here's the thing. There were tariffs from Canada onto the United States for the last bunch of years. So essentially what Trump did is even the playing field by putting tariffs back on Canada. That's what they call reciprocal tariffs. So what does Canada do? They squeal and they cry and they propagandize everyone that Trump is taking over Canada.
You gonna
Trump
squeal. You gonna
Trump
squeal.
wants to ruin Canada forever. So when he says he wants friendship, despite being fair and to social media, that's kind of a power move.
This good
we're going to be friends with Canada. Regardless of
He didn't answer the question.
anything, we're going to be friends with Canada. Canada's a very special place to be.
Very special.
Canada's very special.
One fighting
Tourette's
two
outburst.
people on horseback. It's very impressive and brave. If China ever invades
China.
the Pacific Ocean, Canada should know they have trained superior dolphins ridden by Eskimos.
Hey man,
with
Canada
spiked
fucked around and found out,
lances.
chat.
They are truly a fighting force known to man. The Beaver Warriors exist in myth.
I know so many people that live in Canada.
True.
My parents had relatives that lived in Canada, my mother in particular. And no, I love Canada. I have a lot of
Me too.
I love
respect
Canada.
for the Canadians. Wayne Gretzky. I mean, how good.
No way. He just whips out like Canada hockey. Wayne Gretzky.
The great one. You happen to have a very, very good hockey player right here on the Capitals, who I have a lot of. He is a big, tough cookie too. He just broke the record, and he.
No way, bro. That's crazy. He glazed a Canadian hockey player and be like, he's really good. Almost as good as this American guy. Oh my God.
He's a great guy, and we had the team here, and I got to know a lot of the players. But now Canada is a very special place. Yeah.
Canada, our biggest export is snow.
Mr. President, Mr. Prime Minister, I'd like to get your response to this too. Mr. President,
I love how the reporters are even like, oh, I would really like if the Prime Minister also talks.
you said that Canada should become the 51st state.
51st state. I knew it was coming, baby.
Yeah. No. Well, I still believe that, but you know.
He just says it, bro. He just says it. I'm telling you, Trump is literally doing a Schrodinger's douchebag, where you make a statement, like the 51st state statement. He makes a statement like that, and then he decides whether it was a joke or whether it was serious as time goes on. It is actually crazy.
No, takes two to tango, right? But no, I do. I mean, I believe it would be a massive tax cut for the Canadian citizens. You
True.
get free military.
Just saying. When I lived in Canada, my taxes were like 60% of my income, and right now they're half of that shit.
Get tremendous medical cares and other things. There would be a lot of advantages but it would be a massive tax cut. And it's also a beautiful, as a real estate developer, I'm a real estate developer at heart. When you get rid of that artificially drawn line, somebody drew that line many years ago with like a ruler, just a straight line right across the top of the country. When you look at that beautiful formation.
Look at him making believe he's gonna speak.
When it's together. I'm a very artistic person.
Sure. We saw Trump Gaza. We know exactly how artistic you are. But anyway, dude, the hilarious thing is, this is Carney's big moment. How is he gonna combat the 51st state statement? By the way, a lot of people don't know this, but as someone who is Canadian, the major issue that Canada has with Trump and the way the media has been blasting him, it's not even the tariffs as much as it is the 51st state. It's like, he doesn't respect us, he doesn't respect our autonomy, he's gonna try to conquer us, and
yeah, but it's like fucking true though. If we really wanted to, we could low-key make Canada the 51st state. So it's like, I don't know.
Fear-mongering in the media was kind of along those
lines. Like, what the fuck does Canada even do,
that
bro?
statement, in my opinion, that 51st statement alone, straight up won Carney the election. That's why Canada hates Trump so much. Or at least a majority of Canada. I'm just saying. Because you have to remember, freedom of speech is not legal in Canada. That's an America thing. That's not a Canadian thing, bro.
But when
you drop an N-bomb in Canada, you will be in prison.
Looked at that beauty, I said, that's the way it was meant to be. But, it's, I do feel it.
He's getting ready. Carney's getting ready to respond.
Much better for Canada.
Oh.
But we're not going to be discussing that unless somebody wants to discuss it. I think that...
Unless somebody wants to discuss it.
Next to the Prime Minister. We're not going to be discussing that, and he's just squirming in his chair. This is crazy.
This
is cinema.
He's just shitting on himself, dude. He's having an anal prolapse
to the
right
Canadian
now.
Citizens, tremendously lower taxes, free military, which honestly we give you essentially anyway, because we're protecting Canada if you ever had a problem.
Go look at his face.
Dude, he's literally just little broing Canada right now. Like, he's literally just shitting on Canada right now, and I love it, dude. I love it, because fuck them, dude. Like, if anything, they should be giving us free fucking maple syrup because we protect them, dude. Like, us alone is a deterrence as to why Canada has never been invaded, bro. Because they know that if they fuck with little bro, they're gonna be fucking with big bro pretty soon, dude. Not pretty soon, like almost immediately.
What, you think your two Mounties are gonna protect you? You think your sled dog team
for real.
is gonna stop you from an invasion?
Like, literally, you and what army?
Oh my god.
But I think it would really be a wonderful marriage.
Look at him trying to interrupt with the hand.
They get along very well. They like each other a lot.
We will make Canada slightly less gay than ever before.
Less homosexual.
Well, if I may,
if you must.
All right. First of all, Mr. President, as a snow Mexican myself, I must say this is very
Snow
scary.
Mexican is crazy.
As you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
That's true.
We're sitting in one right now, Buckingham Palace that you visited as well.
That's true.
And having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign.
What the fuck is the owners of Canada?
What are you talking about, the owners of Canada?
First of all, he absolutely prepared for this question. He knew this question was going to come. What is he talking about here?
And having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign.
Bro, dude, if this is like the natives or like... What? This is crazy.
Dude, I don't know what this guy's talking about, and
King-
neither does he.
The King of England, like, dude, Canadian shadow government, the globalist elites, like, that's crazy to just drop that in a response.
Last several months, it's not for sale, won't be for sale ever, but the opportunity is in the partnership.
Did you see Trump raise his eyebrow?
And what we can build together. And we have done that in the past.
Oh, no.
And part of that, as the president just said, is with respect to our own security. And my government is committed for a step change.
Oh,
in
yeah?
our
You're
investment
committed?
in
You
Canadian
think so?
security and our partnership. And I'll say this as well, that the president has revitalized international security, revitalized NATO, and us playing our
It's true. You glaze me, I approve. You're right.
full weight in NATO, and that will be part of it.
And they have.
Thank you for the thick ropes, Mr. Prime Minister. What the fucking media, these children?
They have. I must say, Canada is stepping up the military.
They better be.
Participation because.
All right.
Mark knew, they were low, and now they're stepping up.
Because if it's not, like, it's like, what the fuck is your army doing, man? You know, like, what, like, what's going on here?
I'm not done with you. Everyone has a price. Anything's for sale if you offer enough. Oh, look at his face. Okay, sorry, I have to take a screenshot. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Is that true though? Does everybody have a price? Is that really true though? Because I feel like there are just some unbreakable people. What?
We will help with bombing the Houthis. We will be dropping polar bears on them.
What would it take to get the terrorists off of Canada?
Well, we'll be talking about different things. Like, we want to protect our automobile business, and so does Mark. But we want to protect. We want to make the automobiles, and we want to. We have a tremendous abundance of energy, more than any country. We have, just in Alaska alone, Anwar has been reopened now. Anwar is probably the largest find anywhere in the world. They say it's larger than Saudi Arabia. I don't know, but it's a lot.
I don't know, but it's a lot.
They said my penis, the biggest any of them have ever seen.
The biggest carrot, the biggest stick, the biggest massive mammoth mountain oysters you've ever seen in your life.
Tremendous amounts of energy. Other countries don't. We're both lucky in that way. They have energy. We have energy. We have more than we can ever use.
We don't even need you guys. You guys are completely like just.
As Canadian pop star Justin Bieber once said, "Never say never."
Actually, and you have the same thing.
And as he also said, baby,
it's a big disadvantage.
Baby.
Sucks to be China, China boy. Here, look at him. Suddenly not so.
You guys know that if you actually flip over China, it says made by Chuck Norris.
Most countries.
Oh, I don't know. His Chinese handlers didn't like that one.
Just don't have that. So Canada and us, we have a lot of advantages over other places.
Oh yeah, we do. Oh yeah, we do.
When you consider what Mr. Carney just said, that Canada is not for sale, does this make the discussion a little more difficult to start on?
No, not at all. No, not at all. No,
So Canada's not for sale.
Time will tell. It's
time will tell. I just looked at him like, what?
Never say never, bro.
Never say never, brother.
Oh, Lord.
Only time.
What's up, brother?
Oh, look at his face. No, time won't.
He hit him with the, whatever that guy's name is. What's up, brother?
There's no way. Oh, this is a man who folded instantly. Look at this shit. This is crazy. I can't believe this. Only a matter of time. You might change your tune once Russia.
Dude, the Prime Minister is like totally shitting on his britches right now. He doesn't even know what the fuck to do. Look at him. He's just like impatient.
They ended up being doable, and doable in a very friendly way. But
he's just like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, I really agree to this shit, yo. Like, you fucking cuckold, dude.
Canada loves us. The entire election was decided on hating Trump. Canada loves us. I know they do.
So I think the number one thing that's
this guy
important.
can't be
but
real.
we'll see. I mean, over time, we'll see what happens.
Oh man.
Carney doesn't even have anything to say. He doesn't even have anything to say.
He's flabbergasted. I'm telling you, he's like Chef Linguini in Ratatouille when he fucks up the soup. He just doesn't know what to say or what to do. Like he's like overwhelmed
they're doing no
with
business
himself.
right now. And
dude, even the cameraman knows that Carney's not yapping.
Those ships are turning around in the Pacific Ocean. Big turn. Those are big ships. Those ships take about 10 miles to turn. And, we lost $1 trillion to China on trade because of an incompetent president that we had.
Incompetent president. He just always loves shitting on Sleepy Joe. I mean, I don't blame him, dude.
And by not trading, we're losing
It is fucking Sleepy Joe, you know.
$1 trillion. It's a lot. But they want to negotiate and they want to have a meeting, and we'll be meeting with them at the right time.
Oh shit!
I have not met with them.
Oh
of course.
shit!
You would know if I met. I'd tell you. They want to meet, but
I love how they ask him
we
these
are
questions.
right now.
It's like they almost forget that Donald J. Trump is the most transparent president in the history of presidents.
Look, they're suffering greatly. Their economy is suffering greatly because they're not doing trade with the U.S. And they made most of their money off the U.S. Don't kid yourself. They don't make the money off other countries like this. And
that is a factual statement. America is the biggest consumer country in the world. They are the biggest consumer economy, and everyone wants to sell to America. If you get into American markets, you make crazy amounts of money, which is why, for the record, this is exactly why China decided to open up auto plants and auto factories in Mexico, because you build it in Mexico, you hire Mexico workers for less prices, less pay, they work on the cars, and they sell everything to America, because there's no tariffs. So no problem. Realistically, this is gonna make them start wanting to actually open factories in America, because that's the point of tariffs, bringing jobs into America.
We had a trade imbalance, we had a deficit, or they had a surplus, another way of saying it, of more than $1 trillion. Think of it, more than $1 trillion. And because of 145%, that's the only reason, but because of, they have now 145% tariff, there's no trading. You can't trade with 145%. We are therefore making, in a certain way, I guess, $1.1 trillion. In other words, we're not losing $1.1 trillion.
We're gaining it. We're winning.
It's much better. When I started, I say we were losing billions of dollars a day on trade. That's rapidly turning around. We looked at numbers this morning. So we were losing, the United States during Biden was losing more than, I won't even give you numbers because they're so embarrassing, but billions of dollars a day on trade. Those numbers are rapidly turning.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy to think that that guy was a president of the United States of America. Like, dude, again, I mean, for some reason, the Democrat Party does not want you to be proud of America. They don't. They do not want you to be proud of America. They have to keep reminding you that you are oppressors and you are bad and white people evil and Americans took the land from other people. And Democrats want you to be embarrassed to be American. All right? That's the craziest shit in the universe. And they elected a guy who had absolutely zero riz, no charisma, no respect. No one actually looked up to Biden. Dude was a walking potato. Everyone fucking knew it. I knew it, you knew it, we all knew it. And the media decided to be like, I can't believe the White House fooled us that he was a walking potato. I can't believe the Biden necromancers brought him to work every day. And obviously he's gonna get ragdolled around in the grand stage of the world. That dude can't negotiate for shit.
Turning between the tariffs, don't forget, we're now getting 25% on cars, 25% on aluminum.
Oddly, a lot of my tribe voted for Trump despite what Dems say about natives. I'm gonna tell you something real. All right? I'm gonna tell you something honest, in my opinion. I don't think minorities in America, or people that have gotten to America through the means of oppression, or have been oppressed in America hundreds of years ago, I don't think they like being the fucking ammunition in the guns of the most bullshit phrases in the history of time.
They're just using them as like a scapegoat for everything.
I don't think anyone likes that. I don't think so. I think it's horrible. They are using you as a form of virtue signaling to essentially make other people feel shit about themselves, while
they're basically just using them as like human
anything
shields.
That helps anyone. It sets people
in
up
layman's
in this endless
terms
spiral of decay, where essentially people are just gonna sit there and be like, well, you know, I can't actually do anything better on myself. I'm oppressed. You're an oppressor. You're a bad guy. So my life's already over when it was immediately born. Nah, dude, get out there. Listen, a lot of people claim that they're not racist by saying that black people are oppressed and shit like that. Those are the people that are using race and seeing race everywhere. The not racist people are the ones that are like, I don't care what race you are, do your fucking best. I know you got this. In my opinion.
25% on steel, and maybe more importantly, massive numbers of companies are moving into the United States. Honda, we have tremendous, the car companies,
Toyota.
as we've never seen before. The biggest investment ever made in the United States is being made right now. Trillions of dollars.
He's not
I
wrong.
would say we could be at 9.
Been getting fucked in the ass for way too long.
You could go back to other presidents. They haven't had $1 trillion for their entire term. Look at Biden. He had bad numbers.
Look
People
at
leaving.
Biden.
They weren't coming in. They were leaving with Biden, and he didn't know the difference. The only thing he knew is people coming in. You know, they were illegal immigrants.
Yeah, I don't think he even knew that, to be honest. I think other people knew that. I think he was just kind of a slab of meat on a chair that people made believe wasn't being puppeteered around by necromancers.
A slab
Like
of
the
meat is
crypt
actually
keeper
crazy.
That got Biden to work every morning. Absolutely was the guy that weekend at Bidened him around.
No, that was a good one.
What
Weekend
happened
at
to the country
Biden.
over the last 4 years.
I like that one.
It was such a unbelievable shame. Realistically, the pendulum is now in the other direction. Realistically, the counterculture is now the culture.
Okay, from prisons, from mental institutions.
It's always been
over the
the
border,
culture, dude.
over the southern border, especially.
Rules
They
for thee,
came
not
from
for
Canada
me.
too, you should know. Mostly not, but they did come from Canada.
From all sorts of places that weren't good, from gangs from Venezuela.
From El
They
Salvador.
were coming in and they were criminals and murderers.
They were rapists,
They were criminals.
terrorists. They killed our people. Sex traffickers.
The worst of the
drugs,
scum.
it never would've happened.
Villainous knaves to their core.
1,888 people that
Holy
murdered, and at least half of them murdered more than one person.
That's fucking crazy. I actually remember someone said to me, Nux, do you know that it's technically still a small number of people that were killed by illegal immigrants? You know the response? Do you know the response to this? And I think this
It
every
should
single
be
time. So
zero,
it's like, there are
fucker.
only like X amount of people that were killed by illegal immigrants in the country. That's way less than people that are native in the country. Can I tell you the response to this? It shuts down the argument every single time. One is too many. They are illegal in the country. They should not be killing anyone.
Yeah, like
Every single one of those
what?
is too many. Well, it should be zero. They are not legal.
Like what
Get
the hell
them
is
out.
this? Like, oh, but it's only
sorry,
like a
they
small
both are
amount. Like, what do you
entering
mean it's only a
illegally.
small?
They
Dude, there
should
shouldn't
not
be
be
any
here.
amount. Like, what the? Are you fucking
We're all-
lost
why
your
is this
mind?
complicated?
This is what Biden led into our country.
Biden,
I'm bringing in
Biden.
big companies. We have Apple is investing $500 billion.
This is like the same thing as like if you're like a veterinary, and you're just like, oh well, you know, only a couple of pets die in my care. What do you mean, you fucking bastard? You shouldn't have any animals dying in your care. Like what? What?
We have Jensen, as you know, is going to be 500 biggest chip maker. Or chip.
It's almost like Nosferatu Biden did not.
It's like some
America's
M. Night
first
Shyamalan
interest.
type
I can't
shit.
even believe that.
A thinker, I call him. He's really a thinker more than a maker. But we also have the maker, Mr. Way. I get to know them all in the last.
Mr. Way.
It was a cram course.
I know all the car people. They all want to open
Mr.
factories in
Shakshi.
America because tariffs work or something. I don't know.
But they're all moving into America because of the tariffs. And
Yeah.
I don't think people have appreciated it.
Yeah, funny
do,
how
some
that
of the smart
works.
People do. So we have more money coming in. It's really an amazing thing. We have more money being invested in the United States now than it.
I'm going to predict something for you. All right? Are you ready for me to predict something for you? America's economy will be the strongest it's ever been in 4 years. By the time Trump's presidency comes to an end, America's economy will be at an all-time high. Unless there's like a fucking world war or some shit that I am not predicting right here or pre-watching right here. Tariffs, everyone knows how tariffs work, and there are a lot of liars on the internet. Tariffs make things more expensive in the short term, but bring industry to your country. That is why, believe it or not, every other country has tariffs. What? No. So, in my opinion.
Anytime ever before in our history, and it's not even close. And I think the real number could be 9 or 10 trillion. We don't know everybody that's doing it. We have many. I just heard about a plant that's being built right now, a very, very top of the line company, and they didn't come to the White House.
Dude, look at him glazing about how every country in the world wants to open factories in America, while Mr. Canada is sitting next to him, be like, why doesn't anyone want to open companies in Canada?
They're just doing it because they're making it because if they build here,
Oh my god,
there
my
are no
man really
tariffs.
just.
And
Why
this
would
is
you
the
even
big
accept this meeting, dude? Like, you literally knew you were about to just get cuckolded. Like, you were about to get Kanye Wested, dude. Why would you allow yourself to go through this? Is the better question.
This is the market. That sets us apart from it.
What's your answer to who pays the tariffs? That's my favorite argument.
Yeah, for real.
Obviously, the American pays
Who
the
pays
tariff
the
when
tariffs?
America puts tariffs on other countries. But that is only if the other countries do not capitulate and build their fucking factories in America and hire more American workers and more American businesses can actually build themselves instead of everyone running across the border. And that means wages go up across the country. And once you have the industry in America being built, because other countries countries don't want to pay the tariffs, then you don't have to pay the tariffs when you buy the fucking shit from the stuff made there.
Yeah, you
Anyway,
silly
I could
goose.
keep going and rambling, but there's a
That means Temu is gonna be a lot cheaper because all the shit is gonna have to be, you know, made here, or it's gonna have to, you know, be the factory is gonna have to be here instead of fucking China. So now instead of like, you know, $5, it should be like fucking $2, even more.
the reason why every country has tariffs. Like a dog.
This is the market where everyone wants to be. Now, if I didn't come here and do this, all of a sudden we wouldn't be the market where everyone.
Even Carney, the Prime Minister of Canada that hates Trump, all right? This guy, the guy in the meeting with Trump now, he moved his businesses to the United States.
Oh man. What a fucking
it's
clown.
It's too good. You can't make this shit up.
Everyone wants to be, so we're able to do it in time. But we're going to have a great announcement, and I'm not necessarily saying it's on trade.
I'm not saying it's gonna be on trade, but it's on trade.
The beginning, we're going to have a great announcement over the next few days, an announcement that will be so incredible, so positive. And I'm not saying, I don't want you to think it's necessarily on trade. Just to finish, we also have a situation, because everyone says, when are you going to sign deals? We don't have to sign deals. We could sign 25 deals right now, Howard, if we wanted. We don't have to sign deals. They have to sign deals with us.
Oh shit.
They don't have the cards.
He said, fuck you, we don't have to do shit. You guys have to come for us.
Clamoring to sign deals is because they need it more than Trump does.
Yeah.
Bro has the cards.
He's got the balls,
Holy
dude.
Shit.
They want a piece of our market.
I love how he's talking about this.
They don't want a piece of our money. They want all of our money.
Prime Minister of Canada. This is crazy, bro.
All of
Piece
it.
their market. We don't care about that.
By the way,
Yeah,
the
for
United
real.
States just signed a trade deal with the United Kingdom. This just happened literally half an hour ago, I think. Yeah, just happened right now. We have the heart of
This
the
is 2 days ago?
card. You
Oh,
activated
okay.
my Trump card.
They want a piece of our market. So we can just sit down, and I'll do this at some point over the next 2 weeks, and I'll sit with Howard and Scott and with our great vice
Scott
president
Howard?
who has done a really good job. We have some good news to report on a lot of fronts. But JD will be there, and Marco, and we're going to sit down and we're going to
Marco from Tripoya?
We're going to say,
On
here's
some
what
taken
this
shit.
country, what we want, and congratulations, we have a deal. And they'll either say, great, and they'll start shopping, or they'll say, not good, we're not going to do it. I said, that's okay, you don't have to shop. Now, we may think, well, they have a right, you know, that maybe we were a little bit wrong, so we'll adjust it. And then you people will say, oh, it's so chaotic. No, we're flexible.
It's not only that. People
So, no, we're
say that I cannot
flexible.
believe Trump folded on these deals by making deals with other countries. He folded on his tariffs because, unfortunately for America, half the country is currently living in a little bit of a delusion in regards to what's going on with Trump. A lot of people are, and a lot of people don't know that. I'll give you an example of, in my opinion, the most delusional man on the internet right now. On YouTube specifically, all right? There are more delusional people on Twitter and stuff, which is why, by the way, I'm back on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, link in the description. Nux_Taku on Twitter. I am back. Also, you can hit the join button. It's right next to the subscribe button, and it helps me out a lot because I get demonetized every time I talk about bombing terrorists. Anywho, this is Brian Tyler Cohen, one of the most delusional people on YouTube. If you look at his YouTube channel, you will know exactly what I mean. None of this is real. None of this actually happened.
So it's all
Truly
just fake
insane.
news?
Attorney
Fake
gobsmacked
media?
at Trump scheme. Trump falls on his face with embarrassing misstep. Trump snaps, loses it as feud erupts in China. Republican does the unthinkable in Supreme Court race. Trump Republicans make fatal mistake as deadly scheme. Fed up Trump appointed judge drops back. This was all in the last day. This is all 1 day ago. Bro spam blasts 12 Trump videos a day.
Holy
and none
shit.
Of it's real. None of it happened. None of this actually happened in reality. Like, and he'll make videos saying, can't believe
Progressive
Trump
political, yeah, there you
folds
go.
on
That's why
tariffs
he's
after
like that.
realizing his terrible mistake.
What an
But
actual
in
clown,
actuality,
dude.
he just, makes deals with people, which is literally the point.
But we'll sit down, and we'll at some point, in some cases, we'll sign some deals. It's much less important than what I'm talking about. For the most part, we're just going to put down a number and say, this is what you're going to pay to shop. And it's going to be a very fair number. It'll be a low number. We're not looking to hurt countries. We want to help countries.
It's gonna be very
we want
fair.
to be friendly with countries.
He says that after Canada.
Yeah.
Just Trump derangement syndrome.
Use Canada as like a
this fucking card.
as like an example.
But you keep writing about deals. When are we going to sign? When? It's very simple. We're going to
Deals,
say,
deals, deals.
In some cases, we want you to open up your country. In some cases, we want you to drop your tariffs. I mean, India, as an example, has one of the highest tariffs in the world. We're not going to put up with that. And they've agreed already to drop it. They'll drop it to nothing. They've already agreed. They would have never done that for anybody else but me.
Yeah.
So
That's a fact.
Happened to Biden.
That's a
Happened
fact.
to Biden,
Biden's
brother.
definitely not even trying that
we're going
shit.
to put down some numbers and we're going to say our country is open for business. And they're going to come in and they're going to pay for the privilege of being able to shop in the United States of America. It's very simple.
Frick. And he's right. He's right. That's how it needs to be looked at. It's not a right to get your shit sold in America. It's a privilege. Damn.
It's very simple. So I wish
Yar,
they'd
yar,
keep,
yar.
you know, stop asking how many deals are you signing this week, because one day we'll come and we'll give you 100 deals, and they don't have to sign.
We'll give you 100
People are gonna be
deals.
like, "Ree, it wasn't 100 deals. It was only 87. Ree."
All they have to do is say, "Oh, we'll start sending our ships right now to pick up whatever we want or to bring whatever we want." It's very, very simple. And I think my people haven't made it clear. We will sign some deals, but much bigger than that is we're going to put down the price that people are going to have to pay to shop in the United States. Think of us as a super luxury store. A store that has the goods.
A super luxurious
And you're going to pay
store.
a price, and we're going to give you a very
Ain't
good price.
that a
We're going to
bitch.
make very good deals, and in some cases, we'll adjust.
Oh God.
But that's where it is. And
Sometimes
we've
we'll
been ripped
adjust.
off by everybody for 50 years. For 50 years. And we're just not going to do that anymore. We can't do that. And we can't let any country do that to us. We're just not going to do it anymore.
You better not, Donnie J. You better fucking not.
Right, he's still here.
Said he's still here.
Can you tell us a bit more about the deal that you've reached with the Houthis?
No, it's not a deal. They've said, please don't bomb.
What deal? The deal that he made with the Houthis, that's hilarious.
No, it's not a deal.
Bro, they bombed the shit out of the Houthis, and the Houthis were like, please stop bombing us, we'll stop bombing you, please, please, we beg you, please. And
Yeah, that
he's
wasn't a
like,
deal,
"Oh,
dude. That was a
okay."
surrender.
That was the point all along.
Bomb us anymore, and we're not going to attack your ships.
And where did you hear about that?
It doesn't matter where I hear it. The very good source, I could tell you. Very, very good source. Would you say, Mark?
Where did you hear, bro?
Oh, I would say pretty good, right, JD? A very good source. No, they don't want to be. They don't want to be. They don't want to be bombed anymore. You know.
It's a simple.
Sort of thought that would happen.
I mean, fair enough. I probably wouldn't want to be bombed either.
From what pact?
Oi, 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 oi.
No, it's fine. It's there. It's good. We use it for certain things. It's there. We have the USMCA is a good deal for everybody.
He spoke.
He actually said a word.
say this-
He said he actually fucking said something. He said the thing, dude. Wowzers.
About Mark, but I didn't like his predecessor. I didn't like.
My man has literally just been sitting here, dude, like a little bro that's being defended by his big bro.
Said that what- she was terrible. Actually, she was a terrible person, and she really hurt.
Just shitting on his bestie, literally in front of him. So Mark is actually like, he loves Trudeau. Like, they were besties, bro. That's crazy. Trudeau
Mark
literally
Trudeau.
gave up the prime ministership to Carney directly. Gave it to him.
That deal very badly because
Just so he could
she
fucking
tried to
sell
take advantage
ass.
of the deal, and she didn't get away with it. You know what I'm talking about. But so you know, we had a bad
Did you know who I'm talking about?
relationship having to do with the fact that we disagreed with the way they viewed the deal,
Awkward.
and we ended it. You know, we
Awkward.
ended
Awkward.
that relationship pretty much. The USMCA is great for all countries. It's good for all countries. We do have a negotiation coming up over the next year or so to adjust it or terminate it.
Oh.
Mr. President,
I'll just say.
All right. He's gonna speak, guys. He's gonna speak. Shh, shh. He hasn't spoken yet. This is big.
I'll say a word on USMCA, if I may, Mr. President. It is a basis for a broader negotiation. Some things about it are going to have to change. And part of the way you've conducted these tariffs has taken advantage of existing aspects of USMCA. So it's going to have to change. There's other elements that have come, and that's part of what we're going to discuss.
He said nothing. Bro had 3 minutes of talking time for this entire interview. That's crazy. So, you know how the president said it's going to change? He's actually right. It is definitely going to change. You're right, Mr. President.
Yeah, but not for the better for you,
It
though.
is going to change, just like you said, Mr. President.
Chancellor Carney talked about the American betrayal. How do you react if Canada decided not to shop in the American store as much as before and decided to partner with other countries?
Well,
right,
we
good
don't
question.
do much business with Canada from our standpoint. They do a lot of business with us. We're at like 4%.
Oh my god, dude, he's so tight right now. Do you see his fucking eye twitching, yo? It's like every single time they get called out, dude, he just gets pissed, dude.
Oh God, did you see that? Did you see that neck crack? Oh Lord.
And usually those things don't last very long. You know, we have great things, great product. The kind of product we sell, nobody else can sell.
I don't think that's even true, by the way. I think Canada's like a huge business partner of the United States. But it's still pretty hilarious that he said it in front of him. Like, no, I don't think that's fully accurate. Canada's, look, I do think that's crazy, though, that he just said that.
Including military. Look, we make the best military equipment in the world, and Canada buys our military equipment, which we appreciate. But we make the best military equipment in the world by far. The missiles, the submarines, everything.
Ask the Houthis. Ask the Houthis. Listen, no one can condone our abilities like the Houthis. They were really cool about it.
Everything we have is really top notch.
Oh, no.
I rebuilt our military during our last term.
100%
Stupidly, we
you
gave
did.
some away to Afghanistan, which shouldn't have happened. But that
Shout out to Biden.
was, I think it was the most
The dumbest
Biden
thing ever
and
done in
Terrence,
American
you know.
in the history of our country.
Yep.
It was just
Many
very
cases.
incompetent people. But if you look, the man that's now the head of our Joint Chiefs, he led the attack on ISIS for me. That's why he's the head of the Joint Chiefs. And Raising Cane, he was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah,
And
Raising
as you know,
Cane's?
we defeated ISIS in 3 weeks. It was supposed to take 5 years.
You did do that, Mr.
He
President.
did it in 3 weeks.
He did it in
ran the
3
campaign.
weeks.
I said,
That's
I like
right.
him. But I knew him before. I went to Iraq, and we agreed to a plan, and that was the plan. And as you know, we did it in record time. So we have the best equipment in the world. We have the best, a lot of things. And but Canada, it does a lot more business with us than we do with Canada. Yeah.
Oh,
God,
shit.
dude, come on, please say something, bro. This is humiliating.
My man is literally
Look,
getting
I love
cuckolded.
America. I love Canada, almost as much.
He
this
is
crazy,
just
bro.
getting cuckolded.
Come on, Carney.
Investments, Mr. President.
Oh my God, he just took.
That was like complete cuckage. Like he just totally took that up the ass and didn't even say nothing, dude. Oh man, I can't believe he's just allowing himself to get done in like that.
He took the walloping. He took the walloping, bro.
The investments
Oh,
in
Lord.
Australians will finally hit the
Canada needs us. We don't need them very much, isn't that right, Mr. Carney? And he's just like.
When you're saying about the tariffs and all?
No, about the
The
investments.
Jareths?
Oh, it's hitting right now. Look, they're already starting AI plants. These are not people that look for financing. That's a good thing. You know, in real estate, you get a site, then you have to look for financing. You have to get your zoning. You know, 5 years later, you start building. You get a bank, then the bank's no good. And these people have massive amounts of cash. The CHIPS Act was a ridiculous
So
thing
much
because
cash.
It doesn't get them to build. All we did is hand very wealthy companies money. The CHIPS Act that was done by Biden. Billions, we give them billions of dollars. They don't even have to do anything with it.
Remember when Canada was gonna come school the United States? Remember when that was gonna happen during this speech?
Oh man.
Oh my God, I know why all the fucking.
That did not age well, dude. My man was really out here saying that he was gonna fucking pull ups, put Donnie J in his place, he was gonna school him. Look at you, dude. You are literally getting little broed right now. You have not said a single word, dude. You said like 2 things, dude. Like you have literally about as much screen time as fucking Tenten and Naruto.
And blue hairs in Canada are losing their shit over this.
Then if you weren't, if you didn't have, and I don't want to be a wise guy, but if you didn't go with it,
Far be it from Trump to be a wise guy, to say things that are rambunctious, not I, Orange Man.
DEI, if you didn't go
Rambunctious
with
is crazy.
all of the different things, woke. If you weren't woke, you couldn't even use the money.
Oh my God, he got the fucking Prince King of woke into the Fresh Prince of woke. Is literally
If you
sitting
weren't
next to
even
this guy.
woke, you
And he's
couldn't
like,
even
go woke
use the
and
money.
Go broke, retards. And what's he gonna say? Oh,
You had to have a certain percentage of this and that and that and that. It's impossible. Impossible to have. The companies actually complained to me. They said they gave me all this money, but nobody can get these people to do anything. I mean, President Obama, and if he wanted help, I'd give him help because I'm a really
knuckles
good builder,
deep, picking their
on time,
noses,
on budget.
bumping ass to
He's
raw,
building his
hitting the
library in
overpass and all,
Chicago. It's a
drinking
disaster.
rosé till they fucking
And he
crash
said
the car.
Something to the effect, I only want DEI, I only want woke. He wants woke people to build it. Well,
we want woke, all the woke. I mean, you see what's going on literally in New York right now. The wokest, the second wokest state in America.
Yes. Is he about to talk about like the Brooklyn shit? I bet you he's about to talk about the Brooklyn shit again.
Bruh, dog, you see that insanity. You literally see that insanity.
Yar.
America statue. You see that?
I don't
new
think it
statue,
is.
Guys?
Oh,
New
no.
statue was just
Different thing,
erected.
different
they
thing.
erected a new statue. This one. Look at that.
What the
Look at
fuck
that.
is that, dude?
Oh my god, I didn't see the fucking caption. I just. I'm so sorry. I didn't. I didn't see the caption, bro. That's crazy. Anyway, oh fuck.
What
he got
the
woke people,
fuck
and they
was
have
that,
massive
dude? What the
cost overruns.
fuck
The job
was
is
that?
stopped. I don't know. It's a disaster, and I don't like that happening because I think it's bad for the presidency that a thing like that should happen. He's got a library that's a disaster, and he wanted to be very politically correct, and he didn't use good, hard, tough, mean construction workers that I love, Marco. I love those construction.
It's just like amazing to me how like everybody is just trying to be woke, dude. Like this is fucking like crazy, dude. Like it's like you can't even fucking flick a booger without somebody telling you that you're offending them because you're flicking it the wrong way. Like,
construction workers, but he didn't want
so many fucking things ruined because of this woke bullshit, dude. I couldn't even get Indiana Jones, man.
Construction workers. He wanted people that like never did it before, and he's got a disaster in his hands. Like millions of dollars, many, I mean, really many millions of dollars over budget.
That's crazy.
And I would love to help him with.
The truth is, DEI, and a lot of people I think still don't get this. People don't realize how bad DEI is. A lot of people don't know that. DEI is it's a blight on the industry where you're essentially paying money to underqualified people that got the job purely because of their background or the color of their skin or whatever, like stuff like that. And they literally take underqualified people for jobs. It's abysmal. It is how you fuck a country.
And it's dangerous too,
Canada is
especially
still
if those
with
jobs are
DEI
like
shit.
important.
And America is literally
Or
shitting on
people's
Carney
lives depend
as
on those
he's been.
lives.
It's
I
amazing.
mean, those jobs.
Or somebody else. I could recommend professionals, but it was not built in a professional manner.
Oh God, the media.
By the way, nor was in California a little train going from San Francisco to Los Angeles that's being run by Gavin Newsom.
They're nice to the homeless.
Gavin Newsom. He has got that train is the worst cost overrun I've ever seen.
Oh
It's
my God. The last time I saw a train this bad, it was going to Auschwitz.
Totally out
Oh,
of control.
hell no.
Dark. That was dark. If you know, you know.
Control. So then they said, all right, we won't go into San Francisco. We'll stop 25 miles short. And we won't go into Los Angeles. We'll stop 25 miles short. It's hundreds of billions of dollars for this stupid project that should have never been built. And then they realized that it would have been a lot less costly if we just gave limousine service back and forth and gave it free. They would have
Limousine service.
There's no way that's true.
saved hundreds of billions of dollars.
That's crazy.
That's actually
That's
hilarious,
crazy, bro.
dude. Limo
They did the
fucking
math.
zine
I
service,
don't know if
dude.
that's true. That can't be true. There's no way.
Well, we're
There's no
talking
way
about like
a
fucking like
24/7
prom type
service would
limousine
literally
or
be
like
cheaper
a
than
president
the fucking
limousine.
retard train.
They have airplanes that go there for one 1/100th the cost. And they have cars. They have a thing called the highway that goes back and forth. It's not fully utilized. And they got involved with this project. And Gavin,
have this thing called the
I always liked
highway.
Gavin.
Yeah,
I had a good
right,
relationship
sure.
with him.
Yeah.
I just got him a lot of water. You know, I
know,
sent
we
in
know,
people to
yes.
open up that water because
True,
he refused
true.
to do
There
it.
was a giant fire in California. They had 47 genders, but no working fire hydrants. Funny how that happened.
And we just got him a lot of water. If they would have had that water, and if they would have done what I said to do, they wouldn't have had the fires in Los Angeles. Those fires would have been put out very quickly.
Never would have happened
But
if I was
if
president.
you think about it,
100%.
and you got to take a look at this, it's the worst cost overrun I've ever seen. I've watched a lot of stupid people build a lot of stupid things, but that's the worst
A lot
cost
of
overrun I've
stupid
ever
people.
seen. What's happening between San
That's why it's so nice to have businessmen in politics
Yep.
instead of the bullshit politicians just doing their crap.
Because they know how to actually
It's
do
so
business for their
nice to have
country, dude.
actual business people
Not some
running this
fucking
stuff.
woke
They don't want to
nonsense.
waste infinite money.
Virtue
Yes, but
signaling.
Nux, you forgot to take into account
Politicians
that a lot of the
just
funds are
virtue
probably
signal.
allocated for
At least
government
businessmen
embezzlement.
get shit done.
I did not take that. You're right. I take it back.
Just like
You're right.
that simple, man.
You're right. No arguments there. You're right. You got me.
San Francisco and Los Angeles. And you ought to ask about that because this government is not going to pay. I told our very great
Said this government
new
is
Secretary
not
of
gonna
Transportation,
fucking
doing a good
pay,
job, Sean
motherfucker.
Duffy. I said, we're not going to
Not a
pay
single
for that
dime,
thing.
not a
They are
cent,
just-
zero,
it's
zilch.
out of control. This is something
Omelette,
that-
tout,
You don't
fromage.
have things like this. It's not even conceivable.
It's not conceivable. In Canada, they still go on sled dogs. We take sled dogs from place to place in Canada.
Like
Sled
30
hogs.
times over budget.
Hog.
30 times.
Oh
It's
my
the
God.
craziest thing I've. And now it's hundreds of. It was supposed to be
Where did the money go, new scum?
a simple train, and I think the media should take a look at it.
Yeah, why is the media only not looking at that? They're attacking Trump for posting an AI-generated picture of himself.
Oh yeah, like the fucking Pope or whatever, dude. I saw that shit. That shit actually went pretty hard, dude. But with everybody else, it's cool for them to like constantly make fun of Jesus and shit and fucking like, come on, man, stop it.
Dressed like the Pope. He got articles for weeks. Trump wore a blue suit to Pope's funeral. Articles for weeks. Come on, guys. You have literal governors running crap that is wasting 30 times the amount of money that it should have. Come on, dude.
Yeah, and
I'd
you're
love him to
focused
run
on a
for
blue
president
shirt.
on the other side. I'd love to see that.
Awesome.
The craziest thing about the Democratic Party right now is that their entire squad, it's like a retard Avengers. I don't know what's going on. They don't have a single guy that can actually do shit. It's crazy. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
I don't think he's going to be running because that one project alone, well, that and the fires and a lot of other things.
Guys, I take it back. There is one person that could run. There is one man that could run for presidency of the United States and the Democratic Party, and honestly, I think that he has a shot. He has a chance, guys. He has a chance.
But he has a chance.
Osama bin Diddy Piker. Huh? Huh? He had. There's a prayer. There's a chance. I'm just saying. Listen, if we play our cards right, you never know.
It's like Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. Pot of greed. This card allows me to summon 2 more cards from my deck. Yu-Gi-Oh.
We're going to work on some subtle changes, maybe. I don't even know if we're going to be dealing with USMCA. We're dealing more with concepts right now. Look, right now, we're doing trade. We have trade. They're paying a tariff on cars and steel and aluminum. And I think we have a baseline of 10% or something like that for the tariffs. But we're getting along very well. Right now, going no further, but we have an agreement. We did something with even parts. You want to discuss that, Howard, with respect to Canada, which helps Canada out?
Sure.
You're welcome, Canada.
We've made an arrangement with the car companies that 15% of their USMCA parts are included, and then 15% of foreign parts from the manufactured suggested retail price are not tariffed to help domestic manufacturing really thrive.
So it gave them a chance to be able to build their car parts factories if they're going to. A lot of these companies already have factories, and what they have to do is just fill them out. But they're able to build them in the United States, so we gave them a pretty substantial period of time.
He's gonna be. Shh. Shh. He's gonna speak. He didn't speak. The reporter terrorized him into silence. Never mind. He almost spoke, guys. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. He almost spoke, guys. We almost had him.
To change your mind on tariffing.
That's crazy. That's crazy. They actually silenced him. That's insane. Oh God, bro got microaggression so hard right there.
Tariffing cars.
Tariffing Canada. Is there anything he could say to you in the course of your meetings with him today that would get you to lift tariffs on Canada?
No.
Why not?
Carney
man.
He's so happy the reporters are asking the hard questions. And he's just sitting there on the side in the cuck chair watching. Oh, bro just got hit with a quick no.
That's the way it is.
That's lame.
With
Sorry,
the quick
Canada.
no.
Holy crap.
How did I know?
He's trying so hard to speak. The reporters are ignoring him. He's like, Trump, please, please, let me speak.
Yeah.
It didn't work. No! Oh, God, this is humiliating. Dude, every person with multiple extra piercings, nose rings, blue hair, and on TikTok, they are losing their mind right now.
The Smurfs are definitely going crazy right now, man.
Is looking at this like
They've
it's
just
an
lost
actual
it.
Holocaust. Well, not everyone in Canada, but specifically the woke retards.
Sure, I would.
All the fucking boomers that decided to put their country in the shitter to
So
flex on
basically, everybody who thought that She-Hulk was good.
Donald Trump by getting this guy elected. Holy shit, you must feel so stupid right now.
But this is not necessarily a one-day deal. This is over a period of time they have to make that decision. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, if I may.
Oh, finally, all right.
My bad just kept extending the arm. Like thinking that was like some way for people to know that he wanted to talk. Like, motherfucker, say it with your chest, dude. Go fucking say something. Don't just sit there like an idiot for an hour and at the end be all frustrated. What?
Finally, let him speak. All right.
Well, if respectfully, Canadians' view on this is not going to change on the 51st day.
Why is he doing this?
Why are you doing
we're
this
not
to
even
yourself,
off
dude?
that topic, bro.
Dude, why do you
He's
even bring this
catching
up,
to
dude?
all the questions.
Yeah,
oh,
literally.
no. Oh, God.
You actual clown, dude.
Secondly,
Right.
we are the largest client of the United States
Oh.
in the totality of all the goods. So we are the largest client of the United States.
He really is catching up on all the questions.
This guy's a
Bro's
goober,
got
man.
lag. Dude's lagging, bro.
We have a tremendous auto sector between the two of us, and the changes we've made have been helpful.
Like, dude, at this point, just don't even, dude. Just stop. This is embarrassing, man. You're just okay with. I can't, dude.
50% of a car that comes from Canada is American. That's not like anywhere else in the world.
That's true. They're
And
neighbors.
to your question about is there one thing? No, this is a bigger
I don't know about 50%, but a lot. Yeah, absolutely.
discussion. There are much bigger forces involved, and this will take some
Much
time and
bigger
some discussions,
forces.
and that's why we're here to have those discussions, and that's
You mean
who's
you're just
represented
listening
by
to
who's,
Trump? You're not
sitting
even
around.
talking, dude.
See the
That was a nothing burger answer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The man said a whole lot of nothing.
This is very friendly. We're not. This is not going to be like we had another little blow up with somebody else. That was a much different.
Say please and thank you, Mr. Zwensky.
This is a very friendly conversation. But we want to make our own cars. We don't really want cars from Canada.
Oh shit, dude.
We
He
put
just
tariffs
some
on
straight to
cars
his
from
face. We
Canada,
don't
and
fucking
at a
need you,
certain
dude.
point, it won't make economic sense for Canada to build those cars.
He's literally talking about how Canada's fucking dying.
Yeah, he's
Right
fucking
next to the Prime Minister.
literally just telling them you guys are
Oh,
useless
this
right
is
to his
not
fucking
the news
face.
Carney wanted to come home with for real.
Don't want steel.
My man is literally just looking at this guy straight to his fucking face and telling him that you guys are literally useless and we guys don't fucking need you. I mean, hey, dude. As an American, dude, they kind of fucking deserve it, bruh. You know? Like, you've been fucking taxing us OD for, like, no reason. And it's like, bro, like, you need us. We don't need you, buddy.
Steel from Canada because we're making our own steel and we're having massive steel plants being built right now as we speak. We really don't want Canadian steel and we don't want Canadian aluminum and various other things because we want to be able to do it ourselves. And
Canada will be the largest importer of snow into America in the history of the world. Maple syrup from Canada, really good. Crocs, wonderful footwear.
Because of, past
Said Crocs.
Oh my God, dude is seething right now.
people, we have a tremendous deficit.
Yeah, his butt
with
hurt.
Canada. In other words,
Like, his
they
butt
have
literally
surplus
hurts
with us.
from getting fucked
And
in
there's
the
no
ass.
reason for us to be.
Can you at least defend yourself, man? Can you say something, please? Oh my God, this is humiliating.
Subsidizing Canada.
I feel like this is like watching those woke soy boys versus like Giga Chads. Every time I see like those debates that show up on YouTube, where like the
Giga
college
Chads.
students get obliterated by like the conservative
Giga Chad,
mad
I
lads like on
choose
college
you.
campuses and shit. Like This is crazy.
Canada's a place that will have to be able to take care of itself economically. I assume they can. I will tell you that Trudeau, when I spoke to him, I used to call him Governor Trudeau. I think that probably didn't help his election. But when I
he retired in middle.
spoke to him, I said, so why are
He's laughing. He's laughing at the Governor Trudeau.
why are we taking your cars? Why are we taking we want to make them ourselves. I mean, I said, and if the price of your cars went up, or if we put a tariff on your cars of 25%, what would that mean to you? He said that would mean the end of Canada. He actually said that to me.
That would be the end of Canada.
Oh my God, he was trying to guilt trip Trump into fucking America's economy. Dude, this is exactly what I mean. No more of this pussy shit. What is with these pussies? Why are they everywhere? Like, you've got to be kidding me.
Like, this guy basically just said, we need you. Like, bro. If you can't fucking take care of your country on your own merits, then maybe you shouldn't be a fucking country, dude. Maybe you should actually be the 51st state. Like, I don't know, dude. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
humiliating. Carney looks like he's about to cry. Like, oh my God, have some self-respect. All these different countries feel like they need to just woke themselves into oblivion. They need to have empathy for literally everyone. Let's bring in more immigrants to ruin the housing market because we have to have empathy for the immigrants. Oh my Lord.
And I said, that's a strange answer, but I understand his answer. But no, I mean, it's hard to justify subsidizing Canada to the tune of maybe $200 billion a year. We protect Canada
He almost spoke.
militarily, and we always will. We're gonna, that's not a money thing. But we always will. But it's not fair.
Because they're little bros.
The way I see it, every country needs to have themselves and their own best interests. Their own best interests. I don't know why America somehow, according to the world, needs to be the piggy bank of every other country ever. I am so
And then they hate us for being the world police. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, we literally are.
Figure their shit out, and they were relying on America as a crutch. But it's really time to figure shit out. Like, it really is. And you know who's not helping? The government that was voted back in.
Why are we subsidizing Canada $200 billion a year, or whatever the number might be? It's a very substantial number. And it's hard for the American taxpayer to say, gee whiz, we love doing that. Thank you very much. We're going to have a very...
No, I didn't even let him answer. No, he just cooked him and ended it.
Yeah. Oh, man, dude.
That's
Trump,
crazy.
man. What a guy.
That's insane. This was so much better and worse than I could have ever imagined. Entertainment S tier. Oh my God, Canada. Holy, do you see what you did?
Yeah, dude, that shit was actually fucking crazy, Chad. I can't believe this guy really just allowed himself to go up there and get cucked like this. That was like ultimate cuckage. Like, I literally, like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I thought they were just memes and shit, but like, this guy actually just... Oh, man. Whatever, dude. I don't even... Alright, well, that's enough for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.